Hello there everybody, or should I say bonjour, because we are in France. We are on the beautiful map that is Pallegney. It's a map that I really wanted to play in FS22, but I just didn't have the time. It's just all hectic. I had other Let's Plays going on. As soon as it came over to FS25, I thought, right, I've got to get on at this time. And it's been out a while, I know, and again, life's been a bit crazy. If you follow my channel and my Discord, you'll know why. But we are on here, and I've called it, I hope this has been translated right, it's Google Translate, L'aventure laitière, which hopefully translates to the dairy adventure. Because if you're not familiar with this map, we do have on the main farm, it's kind of like a mini dairy where we can produce cheese and things like that. But I think we'll try and go a little bit further in terms with the dairy situation, because I think there's a couple of mods out that I'd be interested in trying, but that's all sort of like further down the line. Now, it's been quite a while since this came out, this map, and also I did announce a little while ago that this series was coming, but there's been a bit of a delay again. Apologies, work's been hectic, but I've also been doing a bit of setting up. Not a huge amount. I'll show you all that in a minute. I've changed a few fields around that you start off, because I did come on here in new farmer mode. So I've changed a few fields around, and I've also changed probably 90 if not more % of the starting equipment. I didn't want it to be too easy, but I didn't want us to be struggling too much, because it's a series that I want to sort of get kicking on really and get cracking with it, so that it's not sort of drawn out and gets a bit stale, so to speak. We do only have 32 grand, which does sound quite a nice amount, but it's not a huge amount. But anyway, this is our farm over here, so we are going to run inside. I'm going to show you what I've sort of set up. Let's not get run over, because that would be an awful start to the series, wouldn't it? And this episode probably won't be hugely well, I wouldn't say entertaining, because hopefully it will be entertaining, but hugely like action packed, so to speak, because it's going to be more of a sort of intro showing you what's going on, what we've got. First of all, I think I'm going to show you the map. We'll go across to farmland, I think, because that would be easier. So you do start off with the main farm, which is basically all this bit, and you do get this field here. Do you get that field as well? No, that is separate. Okay. I think as well you start with this grass field, these two small fields over the road, and then this field randomly down here. There is some straw bales on this field that are there when you start off in new farmer mode, so we're going to grab them. We should still be able to get them. I have sold that field off, obviously, sold these two fields off and these two grass fields. What I did buy is this field, which is grass again, 32, which is empty, and then up here that is another grass field. So that is the plots of land or fields that we own. Now some people might think, well, you've given yourself quite a lot of land there. It's less fields than what you start off with in new farmer mode. Yes, they are slightly bigger, but I wanted at least 2 grass fields, because we are going to need quite a bit of grass if we're going down the dairy route. So the good thing is we will be able to do goats as well and get goat milk, so that's another good option for us to do, which I will be doing. On the main farm we do start off with a cow barn, which obviously we will be taking advantage of. Opposite us we do have a nice cow pasture, but obviously being a pasture it won't produce milk, which is a bit annoying, but we might in the future, again further down the line, be able to buy that plot of land and do something with it. Sheep over here, that'd be interesting to buy. Again, we wouldn't be putting sheep in there, we'd be putting goats in to get the goat milk, so that is definitely an option. So we will be doing cows and goats, I think, on here. Now I wanted to keep a couple of arable fields, because we need a bit of income ticking in even if we're just growing crops to sell. I'm not really that worried about going down different or too many different production routes. It's mainly getting this sort of dairy, cheese and all that lot running, I think. We do have also chickens over here. Not a lot. I don't think that holds many. Probably about 30. I don't even think it's that. So we're going to need a little bit of wheat. They're not going to need a lot, but we've got wheat and canola in there. Now, they are both ready to harvest, and we need to harvest them this month in August. So quite a lot to do. We definitely need to get that done. Right, now equipment. Like I say, I've pretty much swapped out everything. I'll show you what I did keep. I think it probably is only like 2 or 3 bits of equipment, I don't know. But swapped out the 2 tractors. So I've gone for a sort of older feel to most of the equipment, because I think that's quite fitting for this sort of environment, this style farm, etc. So I went for the voucher of Valmet. That's actually a higher horsepower than the bigger tractor you start off with in new farmer mode. We've got the little Massey. They've both got front loader attachments on them, and we can use them for things. Chickens around here. Yeah, we've only got 8. In fact, what I might do, how much is it going to cost? Yeah, it will be 30 to whack. Oh, we'll do that. We'll max that out, because eggs can be a little bit of a side earner for us. That feed probably will go down a bit more now, but I think it's 750 litres they hold, so not a lot at all. This is our cow barn. I think this holds 102, so not a huge amount, but we will get them going. Right, we've got some seed. That was all part of the starting sort of new farmer mode, things like that. I think we've got some bags of lime over the back there, which we'll obviously take advantage of. So we have this baler. I swapped out the starting one for this one, because I think, again, a bit more fitting, a bit older looking. Seeder, there's not a lot of mods out there. I needed to find something half decent and something our tractors could pull, so I've gone for this. Never used this before, but there it is. This is the original mower, so probably going to need to buy a front mower to go with that, just to give us a bit of a chance. We do have a silo there. I went for this guy because I always use the other Lizard MT thing, so I've gone for this fella. That's going to be our sort of plough thingamajiggy. In here is the original trailer, because I thought that's a pretty good size. I don't think it's too big for the sort of tractors. This bredel, whatever you call it, that was part of the starting equipment, so I've kept that. That will do lime and fertilizer. Probably just use that for lime and buy a smaller fertilizer spreader. There's your bags of lime. And we did start off with a big class harvester. I've swapped that out for this Massey, because I quite like this harvester, and I don't think it's too big and it's not too small. It's just right, and it's got that older sort of look about it as well, with the header and thingamajig. Did have a really big long flatbed trailer here. That is still fairly long, but I've swapped that out and gone for this guy, so we can put pallets and bales on there, which is good. That's sort of our field. There is 3 bunker silos around the back. I don't really want to turn this into a map tour, because that's a separate video, but we've got these 2 here and there's one over there. Don't know if we need 3, so maybe we could get rid of 1 and utilize that space. I don't know. Front loader for each of the tractors, so that's obviously the Massey one, and I think the only thing I kept was that. Oh, and probably the pallet forks. So those 2 pieces of equipment, and I've got ourselves a bit of a different bell spike. I think that's it, guys. So we don't own a huge amount. There is definitely things we still need to buy further down the line. We're going to need like a straw blower. I don't know if this cow barn will take bells in, but I'm going to try and do things a little bit, well, I I say realistic, but you know what I mean. So instead of just dumping bales in there, we'll try and blow the straw in there. So things like that we're going to need to buy and go from there. So I think what we'll do is we will grab our harvester. I'm going to start harvesting these fields, I think. So like I say, we've got wheat and canola. Oh, I'll show you some options actually, what we've done. So like I say, this is more of a sort of intro going along, settings, etc. So I've named it the Dairy Adventure. I didn't do the French version. Time we're going to change up. I've put it on normal. Obviously it was on easy, coming on new farmer mode. Traffic's on. I've got seasonal growth on, so again that's going to sort of push us a little bit in terms of what we can and can't grow. 2 days per month at the moment. We can always skip on. I probably will go on a month or two depending on how we get on. Crop destruction, I've turned all this on or left it on, apart from field stones and weeds. I've turned those off just because they annoy me. Dirt's on normal, that's off. This is all like that, and I've turned off all the workers buying anything because we don't want them getting carried away. So there's a crop calendar. I think it's standard crop calendar, and as you can see, canola up the top there, we've only got August, and wheat is down the bottom, so we need to crack on with those. Obviously showing up those. We'll be doing some contracts here and now because I think we need to sort of earn some money as well. This is our production that we own. This is the farm cheeses. So it's basically, like I said, the dairy, but just a sort of smaller version. So I think this will do us well. And oh, we could also have buffaloes as well. I forgot about that. I don't know if buffaloes would be a bit weird in France, but we could do that just to mix things up. So we can use the milk from all of these, which is good. We can make chocolate. We're going to obviously need sugar and things like that. Now, if we do go down the route of chocolate and things like that, then I'm not going to be getting a production to produce sugar. We probably will just be buying sugar in. Yes, it's going to cost us, but I just feel like trying to get involved with all of that malarkey is going to be a bit too much for us. Right, now I don't want to be bashing up our brand new harvester. I've messed that up completely, haven't I? So we'll just scrape ourselves along the wall. Great start to the series. Let's ruin the equipment, and I don't even know where I'm going with this. I want to try and find a bit of space where I can actually hook up to the header. It's a good start. Right, let's drop that down there. I think I will be able to get around on that. Most of these mods that I've added in, I haven't actually used, so it's all going to be new to me. And also all of the things on this map, because I've never been on this map, I'm not sure what to do with either, so it's all going to be a learning curve. I always forget what button I need to press for the straw swap. Right, it's already on, so it's L1 and right. Okay, thank you very much. Let's turn that back off. I'm going to leave the interactive markers on because again I'm learning this map, but as soon as we sort of know where we're at and what we're up against, I will turn those off. So let's get going. Apologies if the intro is a little bit all over the place there, but I've been really excited about getting this series started, and it's been a long time coming, to be fair. Desperately, as soon as the map came out, I was desperately thinking of what we could do to come on here, and I just thought, well, you've got that on the farm, the cheese factory thingamajig, let's just take advantage of that. There's something I haven't really done. I haven't really focused, even in FS22, I haven't really focused on dairy. I've just always done a bit of a mixture of everything, animal wise and production wise. So we will sort of aim towards that, I think. But it's absolutely beautiful, stunning map. There has been no update or anything for the map, so I'm assuming there isn't that many issues. I know someone was having a little bit of issue with a couple of things, but they were quite minor. So I'm hoping now we've started this series, there isn't going to be a drastic update that needs a new save, because that will be quite annoying. Because like I say, it's been a while since the map's come out, and I'd like to think that if there was an update needed, it would have been out by now, but we will see. So this is going to give us a decent amount of straw off of here as well, so I think we'll be okay for straw for quite some time. Like I say, we will go and grab those bales, because technically they were ours. All we've done is just sold the field off. I think I'll go straight down to the end here. But I really like the farm as well on this map. The layout's really good. Just gives you that nice continental feel, I think. I didn't even check what the yield bonus is. I know we're going to be needing to do a little bit of work on some of our fields. I'll double check that in a minute. Let's get to the end of this row. And I'm also going to jump out and check what our yield bonus would be. Probably not great on these fields, if I'm honest. I think these two fields might actually need ploughing. I could be wrong. We will go across to there. Yeah, so these two fields are arable fields. They don't have to stay arable fields, but they will need ploughing. I think that's the only ones that do need ploughing, and there's a couple that are going to need lime. Oh, these are fully fertilised, those ones as well, which is good. So yeah, these haven't even been fertilised, so they're not even the best yield we've got available to us. So if we jump out, 22%, pretty poor. That's probably going to be about the same. Yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is. You can't always hit the ground running, which is why I kind of wanted to reduce the money. By the time I've swapped out a few of the equipment, made quite a bit of money obviously from selling off the bigger, newer machines. Then by the time I bought what we wanted, or what I thought would be more fitting for this map, it dropped down, and then obviously swapping the fields back and forward, we made a bit of money, and I did end up with about 167 grand. Then I bought that second grass field, which dropped it again, and I think it dropped it down to about 80,000 or something like that, and I thought that's probably still a bit too much to start with. So I done the old trick of leasing the huge cotton harvester and returning it. That dropped it down by another 40 odd grand. But I will probably do this wheat field with you guys. I probably will do that off camera, although we could stay. No, I don't really want to stay in August for the next episode. Obviously, where we have got it on 2 days per month, it neither goes on 2 days for the first month. So when you start in August, it is only 1 day. So as soon as we roll over into September, it should click over to the 2 days per month. It just gives you that little bit of flexibility if you're struggling to get things done, doesn't it? And then if you have got everything done and you want to skip on, you just skip on. Not a problem. But yeah, I'll quickly show you that. So we got these 2 bunker silos. I would be a bit worried about selling one of those 2 because it does highlight the whole area. But this guy here, I think, is separate. So we could sell that and open up a bit of this area around the back if we wanted to put anything down. Obviously we need to be able to drive around and get to it, whatever we put there, but it's all sort of ideas, and I'm always open to ideas and suggestions from you guys as well. And we can always place down some more sort of cow pastures and whatnot, but I think between the cows we've got on the farm and then buying, I'd like to try and stay a little bit closer to the farm because there is other sheep pastures on the map, and there's a couple of other cow pastures, or one more, I can't remember now. But obviously the pastures for the cows aren't no good to us because we're not going to get milk from them. But we can always buy the land. It will allow you to delete the cow pasture, so it gets rid of the fence and the feed trough and water trough. So we could actually place down something like that buildable feed lot and get quite a lot of cows in there, and we should be able to create our own fence line again, and that would give us quite a lot of cows or buffaloes. Just think it sounds a bit weird having buffaloes on there. Let me know your thoughts on the buffaloes. Just mix it up a bit, wouldn't it? Be a bit different. And I haven't done buffaloes yet on 25 either, so that would be interesting. Now, I think we might get all of this in the harvester. There's only a little bit left over there. Shouldn't really be driving over our straw swaths. They look very flat, those straw swaths. I don't know what that's about, but I am driving all over them. It does ruin your amount that you can get off of them. Then we'll need the tractor trailer. We do, I don't know if I remembered it, if I mentioned it rather at the start. We do have a silo on the farm. It's not a multi-fruit one though, so we wouldn't be able to store anything other than the standard crops. But we can put this wheat in there. That's going to be quite a lot for the chickens. And the canola I think we'll probably keep hold of for now. I mean, there is a grain mill on here, I think, that does flour and oils, but like I said earlier, I don't really want to be going down the route of having too many productions going. But I'm hoping it's a series you're all looking forward to and going to follow. This will be early access. Every episode will be early access for members of the channel. So if you are interested in that, you can become a member of the channel. You do not have to. I'm not pressuring anyone. Certainly understand if you don't or can't, because the way the world is at the moment, everything is so expensive, it's ridiculous. If you do want to support the channel a little bit further and just get early access to each episode of this series, you can do. There's usually a link in every video description, and you can also join via the YouTube channel page. But this series obviously will be available to everyone as well eventually. It's just I want to give something back to my members, because I haven't done a huge amount for them. What was I going to say? I don't know, I've forgotten now. But yeah, I do appreciate all the members we've got so far. Past and present, that is. It's been a great help. So there we go, we have done that field. Not too worried about the straw at the moment. I think we'll leave that like that. Now I'm not worried about tabbing across. We will take the voucher and we'll grab our trailer, which is over there. I don't think this trailer's too big really for... Oh, we might have to drop our weight off. I think that's a ball hitch on there. Is it? No, it's not. It's a pin hitch. I can see the hole. Do have two chickens in the way. Guys, you need to move, otherwise you are going to end up feeling... Oh, there we go. I'm not even going to look. Right. Hopefully I can squeeze round and not bash our header trailer. We'll tip this in the silo, and then I think what we will do, or I will do, is I'm going to do that canola field. And then I'm probably going to start collecting the bales down that bottom field, and they can come up and go in storage. One thing that does worry me a little bit, and it's this, where are we? We're over here. This storage here, which is bale and pallet storage. The tipping in icon's right up the top there, so I don't think we're going to be able to do that via a trailer. So we might only be able to use that one with a sort of telehandler. I don't think our front loader will fit up there. But this guy here does hold quite a lot, and it says multi-function. So again, I'm presuming you can just put in a variety of things. Which, to be honest with you, is the same as the bale and pallet storage, isn't it? But there we go. Right, 7,091 litres of wheat. That isn't bad off that field, considering there's not a very good yield on it. Let's get in around there. It is all a bit tight in and around the yard in places, but I like that. There we go, we'll dump that in there. Chickens have got plenty of feed then. And there we go. This tractor and trailer can probably just stop there. Like I say, I'll get this canola done and dusted, and I'll probably bring you back in, I don't know, either when we've nearly finished, or maybe when I'm down loading up some of them bales, but we will see. Right, okay, we are down at this field. Like I say, this is the field, or a field you start off with in new farmer mode, and these bales are already here, so I thought, why not take them? I mean, even though we've sold the field off, you walk up to the bale, it does say owned by you, so we have got to have them really, haven't we? Let's face it. I don't know why I've chose round bales though, because they are a lot more fiddly than the square bales. I've had a bit of fun. One started rolling down the hill, which was great. And they seem to be a bit jumpy and bouncy, which you're probably going to see in a moment. There we go, look. So yeah, not the greatest, but we will persevere. We'll see how we get on with them. Could always move on to square bales, maybe. Those balers are a little bit more expensive though. Look at it, shaking away. I thought I'd give the Massey a little run out, just so you get to see that guy in action. Awesome little tractor. Look at those bales going for it. Definitely not great. I've seen some people playing and their bales have actually gone flying. Oh. Come on, go in. Right, let's get a strap on that quick. Let's get that straps down. Is there another one there? There is another one there. So, decent amount of bells we've got so far. Just, well, I guess for free technically, isn't it? Let's try and get that one onto with that. Not too worried about the last two because they can go on the top. See, look at that one moving already as soon as we get near it. I think we're going to have some fun with these round bells. Like I say, we'll see how we get on. It's all a bit of a challenge, isn't it? So we'll pop those two on. Ident, unstrap and restrap all in one hit in case they all go flying off. So we'll probably just, there we go. Is there another one there? No, I've undone that one. I think if we redo all of them, that should give us an accurate amount. Right, we'll get our beacons on because we're off down the road. I don't think that trailer's too big for the tractors, certainly not this one. Obviously the Valmats are proper workhorse. And the good thing about this trailer, it does have the pin hitch so you can hook up with a weight on the back. So we've got 70,000 litres of straw there, people, which is a very good amount. We're going to head back to the farm. I'm going to check. I think with the bells, they, well, I'm not sure. I was thinking they probably would be a bit better if they were going in that storage where you have to go up higher, if you know what I mean. But I can't see that they're gonna just unload from this trailer. I'm not even sure the other one will take just pulling up with a trailer. I think we might have to take them off. If that's the case, I can do that off camera, but at least you know we've got 70,000 litres. Whoa, that person is going very slow. Okay, car, there's no pedestrians, so we're gonna go. Right, I'm going. I have no time for you to do things like that. Alright, lovely little village though. I think we're gonna like it here. I will probably go going, well, he's overtaking. I'll probably swing in and go in this way. Probably a little bit safer. Right, I haven't tipped the canola yet. It is in that trailer. I'll turn those off. I think we'll just see what happens when we pull up here. This should take bales. It should take everything. Oh, there we go. And bang, there they are. Right. All the equipment I can put away at the end. Let's just have a look. There we go, 14 bales, look. Wow, they are stacked. That's pretty good. So, I mean, maybe we won't even need that other storage over there, but obviously we will leave it. There we go. Right, let's jump in the voucher. I think I'm just going to tip this, and then we'll call it there for that episode. 10,148 litres. And that's off a field that wasn't fertilised or anything like that. Pretty poor yield. And then it's going to be working out what we need to plant next, really, because if we go down to the calendar, we could do canola again, but then we're going to have to wait a long time to harvest. We've got barley coming up next month. Wheat is the same, but I think we're okay for wheat. We should be quite okay for quite some time. Worst comes to worst, we can buy some wheat for the chickens. They're not going to be eating a lot, I don't think. Oat will be a good one. That's not until March though, because we can get straw again off of that. But we do have the straw as well from the wheat field we harvested at the start of the episode. And anything else we can just grow for like cash. Soybeans would be good. In fact, that might be a good shout for our larger field that we had the canola in, because you should get a decent amount off of that. So we're not really in a huge amount of rush to get things done in terms of prepping the fields for the next lot. This field is empty, so all we need to do really is spread some lime on there. That's fully fertilized as well. That's handy. So then we could put something in there pretty quick if we don't want to miss any planting windows. And these two fields need a bit of work, ploughing and liming. Yes, okay, that's fine. And our grass field does need some lime as well, but that's fine. So we do need to crack on and get a bit of grass going. It's going to be a while, I think, until we do get some cows. And I think if we buy the cows, we're going to need to get them sort of a bit more mature. Not the baby ones, because we do need to kind of crack on, don't we? Where's the dialogue box there? So maybe the 6-month-old ones at the very least. But we'll see how we get on. But it's going to be a bit of a slow process. So although it's called the Dairy Adventure, it's going to take a while to kick off. So I hope you are being patient, or will be patient. But I'm looking forward to this series. It's got me kind of excited about playing the game again. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. But that's it for this first episode. As I said earlier at the very start, a bit more of an introductory of where we are at, where we're heading kind of thing. What I've done is in terms of swapping equipment out in fields, etc. But I hope you have enjoyed it, guys. If you have, please hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future episodes I post. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.